Curtis Stevens with us, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Stevenson, we've seen that, you have a long layoff. Could you tell us what you've been doing, all these times that, people hasn't heard anything from you?
Just been training, I was getting some down ready for Cotto. I was getting ready for Liam Smith. Just been in the gym, just getting ready for what was coming up. In case they had a fight coming up for me, and eventually we got one coming up for Saturday.
That's a great thing when it comes, like you preparing for anything, because we already heard, I heard that when you call out Triple G again, because you would have liked, face again him. Remember when he, the fight fell off, from Canelo and Triple G.
Yeah.
You were one of the, persons that, you call out him, let's see if they couldn't make it to see if you could be, the opponent instead of Banis.
Probably, boxing is more politics than anything. It was wise from the fight, Vanez, because Vanez been fighting in 2 years. So he just needed to tune up, something to stay active. So small on his behalf, just a little tune-up fight, stay active. Got the win. He went to the next week, fight Canelo now. So something good for him. That's about it.
So in a different words, you've been, waiting patiently, for your time. You're gonna rise up again, I know, when it comes like, a fight from your setbacks. Could you tell us what did you learn from all of this, for those fights that you had it in the past against David LEMIEUX and Triple G?
The Triple G fight, one thing I learned from that was let my hands go. I wasn't punching too much. I was in the fight. If I'd have punched a little more, the fight would have been more spectacular. David LEMIEUX, the most I can say about David LEMIEUX, I shouldn't have went to the second day weigh-in because he didn't make it. He didn't come to second day weigh-in, so he was more heavier than me coming into the fight. So that was about it. But taking nothing away from both the losses, just learning.
Like exactly like what we say, L as a lose is a learn, and definitely I'm pretty sure that you learn, a lot of experience right now. People I know they, your fans, they've been expecting, from you like coming back. And what are we expecting on the day that you're gonna show up again?
First thing that y'all know, get in there, knock him out. Don't wait, let my hands go, and so on.
That's good to hear that. I know you're gonna have this fight for a world title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eventually, and wishing you the best on that night, you come victorious. Who would it be your next opponent for, that you could see, forward in order to face?
Whoever. Because once I win, I'm gonna be world champion come July 21st, so. Not a ball is in my court, so I dribble it, see whoever want to fight, just make it happen.
I see, I always says, every fighter that, comes and take a fight and sometimes they lose it. It takes a lot of, in my personal, in my behalf, I respect a fighter that loses because it takes more than, to step into the ring and fight, So I always give a credit to every fighter because a lot of people can say, oh, he lose, or he did this, he did that, but, it takes more. It takes more than to come back, and I can tell, and I can tell that you are mentally and physically you are ready.
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like the Phoenix that you
went and came back better than ever.
Exactly.
Right? Come back better. When you lose, you just got to learn from your mistakes. Every loss is a lesson learned. But it comes a time and a point where you gotta sit down, look at the drum board, and really look at your mistakes, and really figure out where you went wrong. And just put your all into it and make sure you train so hard that nobody can ever beat you. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to actually make sure nobody never beat us.
That's a good thing. You as a professional boxer, I'm pretty sure you are aware, of the things that are going on over here in New York. Have you seen yourself or picture yourself, probably in the future, that you could be, that you are a role model for, all these kids, instead of seeing these kids on the street and, seeing them in trouble and things like that, have you pictured yourself going to the schools or, you know, make press conference, you know, in order to pull out all these kids?
Yeah, I was doing that. I was doing the read for the youth. You know, they call me. I go read to the kids, up and coming kids at their schools and stuff like that. You know, I always participate in neighborhoods, in the schools to let kids know there's more than just the streets. You know, you got to go to the gym, play basketball, football, whatever your mind desires, you can always go do it. The streets are just a place you get in trouble. So, you know, if you're going through something, go to a recreation center, come down here to the gym, or go to any gym and do something with yourself instead of being on the street, because the street can get you killed or in jail.
That's a good thing, you know, when you mention this. How does it make you feel like, you know, you step in, you know, in the stage and then you speak all these youth and giving the, you know, a great example, like as you person and career that you're following, your dreams, your goals. How does it make you feel about it?
It makes me feel great because, you know, me growing up, I really had nobody come speak to me. Only thing I had was I'm looking for my Uncle Andre. He took me to the gym. He just took me to the gym. You know, so when he took me to the gym, that's what I knew growing up. Go box, go play football. So luckily, I didn't have to be in the streets. I had the gym, so it makes me feel good when I go talk to kids, let them know there's other things besides the streets. You go to the gym, go play basketball, go play football, whatever your heart desires, play baseball, you know? Whatever you good at, just go do it. You ain't got to be on the street. If you're on the street, like I said, it's going to get you killed or in jail.
That's, you know, a great example that I would say, you know, when it comes from you, you've seen a lot of things, and then definitely you want to wish, you know, all these youth, you know, eventually, because we're living in a hard time that, you know, you already see, you know, what's going on around the city and everything. And I feel like you're a great example when it comes to all these young kids, youth, and definitely you already spoke that you said that you've been in this, you know, kind of, you know, schools or programs in order to teach, you know, like, okay, kids, you know, this is, follow your dreams, follow your goals, whatever you want to be, a basketball player, you know, baseball, anything. That's a good thing, you know, always, you know, I really, you know, personally I admire somebody when it speaks, you know, to the youth, because we need it, you know, we need it. And when it comes from you, Curtis, you know, I would say, you know, this is a great thing, you know. I wish you that you know, every goal that you come and good success, you know, happen.